Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Golfcraft. Today, guys, we are continuing our push to finish up the golf course by this weekend. So let's go ahead and we'll jump right into it. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now at the first hole of the golf course. So this is where players will initially tee off after coming out of that portal. And this will also be where players end up after they finish the full 18 holes once we get the back 9 completed, because the 18th green is going to be like somewhere in this region right here. So yeah, that'll be great that we'll start and end at the same spot. But for now, we need to give players the stuff they need to actually play this course. So let's think what we need. So we need ender pearls. I think I'm going to give players 48 ender pearls initially here. So yeah, we'll have 48 ender pearl dispenser in this section right here. So they'll just walk up, basically press a button, and that'll give them 48 ender pearls using my ender pearl dispenser, which I invented a while back. And then we also need to give them 3 tridents. So we need to give them the driver wedge iron. So all 3 of these enchanted tridents right here, which will be the clubs. So we need to give them that. We need to give them a copy of the rule book so they can understand how to play, because there's going to be some nuance to the rules. And we'll get to that in just a second. We need to give them ice. So I'm going to give them for 9 holes, for the 9-hole course, we're going to give them 32 blocks of ice, which should be more than enough, but we want to be sure they have enough. You know, we don't want to run out. And of course, we'll double the amount of pearls and ice after we upgrade the course to 18 holes. So we'll just simply double it. Pretty straightforward. We also need to give them 1 carpet, so they can simply mark their spot. Like, let's say, you know, I landed here on my shot. I can jump up, place my carpet down, and then go and see where the hole goes, like where to aim. Come back to my carpet, break my carpet, break the ground, put my ice down, break the ice, and then take my shot with my ender pearl. So that's sort of how I'm thinking of the carpets being used here. So it'll be like a ball marker, basically. We'll have different colored carpets for different players. I think we're going to support 4 players here at one time. So it'd be anywhere from 1 to 4 players in this golf course. I'll have probably like 8 or so eventually, like 8 or so like slots eventually. So yeah, I think that's a good plan. We'll probably have like the ice and the ender pearls here and here, and then we'll probably have like the tridents and the rules and the ball markers in like individual chests like along here. I think that would be the way to do it. So yeah, I think that's a good plan. We do have to go and enchant a bunch of tridents and stuff though, and have to buy some ender pearls. So let's go ahead and get on that stuff right now. So one of the first things we need to do is we need to get some of these tridents enchanted. So let's just grab all these out of here. So we'll get all of our tridents here. We should probably put these in a shulker box so they're relatively safe. But we'll just go ahead and put these all in here. And we just need to enchant all these. So we need unbreaking 3, mending on all of these. And then we just need riptide 1, 2, and 3 on every other one. So yeah, just 3 Riptide 1, 3 Riptide 2, and 3 Riptide 3 is what we need. And in order to help us get that, we are going to come out here, and we made our pumpkin and melon farm, and we're going to put that to use now. So we are actually going to get in here, get our pumpkin and melon boxes queued up. So we're going to queue these up like so. And we also want to unload. So there we go. And now, what I can do is if I take this same shulker box, put it behind me here, we can just simply take out the melons like this, craft them up right here, and then we can do the same thing to the rest of these. There we go. Take all the pumpkins out as well. Bada bing, bada boom. And then we just put them in here, and we're going to go ahead and trade these away at the trading hall. So then once that one is done, punch it, and then we can just do the same thing. So this is why we built this million item storage system right here. Super useful. Again, if you haven't seen it, I would check it out. Because, yeah, there are a lot of niche uses such as this for this farm, or for this storage system. So, there we go. We'll just put more pumpkins in there, more melons in there, and go on to the next one. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get a bunch of melons and pumpkins here, and then we're going to use these to trade for some unbreaking and mending books at the trading hall. And also, I think, yep, we're being trolled by Scar. Alright guys, and now that we have some of our melons and pumpkins crafted up, we can now come on over here and just trade away for some emeralds. Unless this guy is locked. There we go. Got some melons trading away. Perfect. So that should work pretty well. Should probably check and see which one is better here. If this guy is better, let's see, this guy has 9 melons and 11 pumpkins. Whereas this guy has 8 pumpkins and 12 melons. So, yeah, roughly the same. This is a pretty good pumpkin trade, though. So we'll probably take advantage of that. And then we also want to put in some melons here, get some emeralds for the melons there. And this should prevent us from having to buy any of the carrots or the potatoes or anything from Impulse. So, yeah, we're saving money here by bringing in our own melons and pumpkins. So, yeah, I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot. Fantastic. So, yeah, let's just keep trading here for these emeralds. And then I think we have Mending here. We have Riptide 1 here as well for 8 emeralds. We have Riptide 2 for 27 right here. Riptide 3 for 15 right here. So actually cheaper to buy Riptide 3 than Riptide 2, which is kind of crazy. And then we have Unbreaking 3 for 42. So we have all the enchants we need here. So let's go ahead and just trade away for some emeralds and make this happen. Okay guys, after trading away all those melons and pumpkins, we were able to purchase all of the mending books for these tridents, and we also got all of the different Riptide books that we need, as well as 3 Unbreaking books. 3 Unbreaking 3 books, I should say. So we need 6 more Unbreaking 3s, and then we should be able to fully enchant all of these tridents and use them at the golf course. And of course, we do have to go repair them at the Guardian Farm as well, once they have mending on them, so yeah, we have to do that as well. Also, we're going to need ender pearls, so let's go ahead and grab some diamonds. We have some ender pearls here. Let's go out to Doc M77's shop, and we will see if we can buy some ender pearls from Doc, see what he's selling those at. We should probably sleep first, I think, though, so let me go ahead and sleep, and I'll be right back. Alright, so Doc M's ender pearl shop right over here, so let's just fly on in this way. And let's see what we got here. I think this just says how to use the machine. I'll just look here real quick. Ender Pearl Shop. Click the button to get... Okay, we already got that. Walk inside, look up, and then it explodes. Awesome. Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead and do that. So we walk all the way in, look straight up, shoot it up. And then this is amazing. So the Ender Pearl is now bouncing on the slime block. TNT explodes, and we're at Doc's shop, which is high above the shopping district and pretty close to Green's base right here. So let's see what Doc is selling here. How much he's selling it for. Looks like 1 diamond. Oh, 16 pearls is 1 diamond. Okay, yeah. Let's buy him out. There we go, guys. Doc M has now been totally bought out of ender pearls. So, yeah, all the ender pearls are now going toward the golf course. So, he has to restock. And, yeah, now all we need is the unbreaking, and we also need a little bit of ice. So, I'll probably go and gather some ice. I think Stress's shop is still out of ice. Let me just run down and check real quick. If not, we can buy some, perhaps. Oh, it's not. Okay, great. So, we can buy this. This is 1 diamond per stack. So, yeah, let's go ahead and buy this. Again, a shop without an ender chest. Not a shop at all, as far as I'm concerned. Come on. Gotta have that ender chest. So, let's just buy... Yeah, let's just buy all we can. 17 stacks. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Ice shop has now sold completely out of ice. So, we got a bunch of ice right here and a little bit more right here. So, fantastic. Now, all we need is the unbreaking books to repair the tridents and then actually go and repair the tridents at the Guardian Farm. Alright guys, we are once again out at the Guardian Farm, and we're going to use the VIP room, the Con Corp Super Mega Ultra Deluxe VIP room, to enchant some of these tridents here. So we'll put down our trident box right there. So there's all of our tridents needing to be enchanted. We got a ender chest over here, which has, let's see, I think in the trading box is where I put all the unbreaking books. Yeah, Unbreaking 3 books. Fantastic. Okay. So, now that we have all these books, and all these books, we can now enchant all of these tridents. So, let's just go ahead and start. Let's start with the most damaged one. This one right here. This one, so we're going to put Mending, Riptide 1, and Unbreaking 3 on it. There we go. Okay, so come on over here. Riptide. We want the Mending, probably first. Got the Riptide. And then the Unbreaking. Alright, so there's our first one done. Very good. So let's just go ahead and put this one back in here for now, and we'll just keep doing all the other ones here until we have them all enchanted. And we might have to go back and forth to the farm to get more levels, but shouldn't be a problem. Shouldn't be a problem. Well, guys, when enchanting all these tridents, we actually broke all the anvils in the room. So we gotta put down a couple more anvils. We also need a couple more cakes here, so let's just quickly put down these. And then we'll quickly get out our cakes and cakes and cakes chest. Or shulker box, rather. And we will refill or restock some of the cakes, because this is the VIP room, guys. We keep this stocked, we keep this maintained, you know, we have to. I mean, it's VIP. People expect the best, and we're going to give it to them, because that's what Con Corp is all about. And there we go. We are restocked now, so now should be able to continue to enchant, no problemo. Okay, guys, so we got all of our tridents enchanted. So we got the wedges, the irons, and the drivers now done. And so now we just need to take this box and enchant these tridents. By the way, in case you guys were wondering, I also did get some other tridents, which I have chosen not to enchant. I got 2 here, and I think I have 2 elsewhere in another shulker box in this ender chest somewhere. But yeah, we can always add more in the future if we want to, but I think we're going to start off with 12. So we already have these right here, and yeah, we have 9 more here, so that gives us 12 total. So that'll allow anywhere between 1 and 3 players to play the course at any given time. So I think that's a pretty good amount. So let's just go ahead and put these tridents in our offhand. We'll walk on over here, and every time we should be able to repair all these pretty much fully. Yep, there we go. Okay, so there's 1 repaired, or 3 repaired rather. So let's just go ahead and put these in here. Boom, boom, and boom. Still wish we could access stuff from our offhand. That would be very, very useful, but hopefully that's coming in the future. Anyways, let's just go ahead and put this in the offhand, get back in here, and repair these other ones. Alright guys, so we now have all of our tridents fully enchanted and fully repaired. So we got 4 irons, 4 wedges, and 4 drivers here. So yeah, that should be enough to provide 1 to 4 players with access to clubs for the golf course. So let's grab this, and we'll head back out to the golf course and finish up the first tee area. Alright guys, so we've made a lot of progress here at the first tee box, and let me sort of walk you through exactly what we've done here. By the way, in case you guys are wondering why things might look a little bit different, like for instance these spruce stairs look a little different now, and also the sand and the cactus look a little bit different. That's because we've actually updated here on Hermitcraft to the version 3.1 preview textures, which are coming to the game soon. So this is the latest textures, the latest texture preview of the coming texture update. So that's why things might look a little bit different than they did before. But we're still on 1.13.2, so we haven't upgraded to the snapshots yet. Anyways, let me sort of like walk you guys through the whole process that you go from the nether to the first tee. So if we go ahead and pop through here, you can see the obsidian texture also changed there. If we go ahead and pop on through here, you can see, yeah, we put down some banners on all the portals here. So we got banners down on all the portals. So this is the first hole. We have the same different banners, different number of banners on the 5th hole and the 9th hole. So it helps people to navigate better. You come through the portal, so the other hermits will come through the portal here. And you end up on the spruce pathway here with some oak leaves down the side, just to sort of, you know, corral players in. We have a sign here. Con Corp reminds you, pay before you play. Thank you. And that is because we are charging people for the golf course. Because as you guys saw earlier, the materials for the golf course that we give players are not cheap. They cost quite a bit. Like the ender pearls are a diamond for 16, and the ice is a diamond for 64. So that's like 5 diamonds worth of stuff we give the player right off the bat. We also here have the fences. So the fences are meant to sort of keep out the riffraff, you know, and sort of to funnel players into the item collection area up here. So before players enter the item collection area and actually can play the course, they have this thing. It says, "Welcome to Con Corp Country Club, the first ever Trident Ender Pearl Golf Course. See pricing options located in the chest below. Special discounts for Con Corp shareholders." So let's go ahead and get into the pricing structure of the golf course and how much it costs to play. So if we take this out here, see this book. So it says, yeah, within this book you can find information about membership and round pricing. So we're offering both like standalone round prices and memberships to the Con Corp Country Club. And of course, special discounts are available to those who hold stock from Con Corp LLC. So, Country Club membership. What does that entail? So, members of the Con Corp Country Club are part of an elite group of wealthy and very good-looking individuals. That goes without saying. The members of Con Corp Country Club represent the best of the best of the best. Members of Con Corp Country Club receive the following benefits. Unlimited access to the golf course. So, that's unlimited access throughout the rest of the season entirely. So, it's sort of like a season pass for the golf course. And all golf course fees are waived for members except purchases from the concession stand. So every time you come to the golf course, you don't have to pay anything if you have a membership. So you also get a personalized locker room, or personalized locker rather, in the Country Club clubhouse coming soon. And you also have access to the Country Club swimming pool, the tennis courts, and all other club amenities, including the driving range. And you also have all your tournament fees waived. So we might have like fees to enter tournaments, and then have like a prize pool at the end that, you know, hermits can compete for on the golf course. And so all those tournament fees will be waived and paid by the country club on behalf of the member. So that's a pretty good incentive because the membership is not cheap. So Con Corp membership prices, if you're not a stockholder in Con Corp, membership is 128 diamonds. So 2 stacks of diamonds for a membership here at Con Corp Country Club. However, if you're a stockholder, it's only 64 diamonds. So it makes a lot of sense to buy some Con Corp stock and then come and buy the membership. Like that makes a lot of sense to hold Con Corp stock and then buy it. So that is the price of membership. Of course, there are some great benefits to that membership. And there's also, if you don't want to buy a membership, guest round prices. So without a membership to Con Corp Country Club, you must pay for each round played. And by the way, all the prices include all the things you need to play the course, except for feather falling boots. So prices include all clubs, pearls, ice, marker, and scorecard. 9-hole price for non-stockholders is 8 diamonds, and for stockholders it's 5 diamonds. So even if you don't want to buy a membership, you still get a big, pretty significant discount, 3 diamond discount to play the course if you're a stockholder. So pretty big difference there. For 18 holes, it's 12 diamonds for non-stockholders and 8 diamonds for stockholders. So definitely makes sense to, buy Con Corp stock, and you get a huge discount here at the golf course. And by the way, all diamonds go towards the funding of the construction of the second 9 of the golf course, paying our grounds crew for maintenance, because they got to go in and fix the divots that players leave, as well as future construction of the clubhouse, the pro shop, the locker room, the pool, the tennis courts, and the driving range. So that's what the diamonds sort of go toward. And then it just sort of explains what to do. Upon paying for the round, proceed through the fence gates to the round prep area, and you receive everything up there, and have a wonderful round. So that is the pricing structure we're going for at the country club here. And these papers just sort of make that a little bit more compact. It says it in fewer words, essentially. So, yeah, those are the prices for the golf course. So once players come in, they put their diamonds in here. They then go through to the upper area, which is sort of the round prep area. And it looks like the sun is going down. So let me go ahead and sleep through the night, and I will explain how to use this round prep area. So after paying their diamonds into that chest, or if they're a member, and they've already paid, they can just come on through without paying because all the fees are waived. Then they enter this round prep area here, guys. So that's what this thing is. And yeah, effectively, this is where we give the players all the equipment they need to play the round. So if we go ahead and just clear our inventory here a little bit, you can see we have a chest here. The idea is that each player who plays on the course comes and grabs one set of everything in this chest. So we just grab everything from here. You see we got our driver iron wedge, our rule book, and our ball marker. So that's what we're giving the player right here. And then if we open up the rule book, you can see it says, be sure you have feather falling boots, and we're going to provide some of those in the pro shop eventually, I think, and have paid your fee to this golf course if applicable. And then it says the equipment necessary to play. So this is all the stuff you need to play the golf course. So you need ender pearls. We're giving the player 56 for 9 holes, 112 for 18 holes, which should be more than enough. And then we have ice. We're given 32 ice for 9 holes and 64 ice for 18 holes. Of course, you need the Tridents, which we've already picked up. We need a ball marker, which we've also already picked up. That's that banner down there, which is one, it should say one banner, but it doesn't say that for some reason. Then the rule book. This book, You need a scorecard, optional, and then you also will need food, which is not provided, but it's available at concession stands on the course, which you guys saw, and feather falling boots. So we have the clubs, driver, iron, wedge. We got the rule book. We got the ball marker. Now we need to pick up our ice, and you can see it says push button once to receive ice. So we'll do that. This will distribute exactly 32 ice blocks because it's only a 9-hole course right now. We will upgrade this to output 64 ice every time in the future. So yeah, we'll do that. Also need to pick up ender pearls. So let me just quickly need to dump off a few things. Let's see, where can I dump off some stuff here? Yeah, let me go ahead and just dump off a few things in here. There we go, some stuff like that. There we are, perfect. So let me just clear some space here. We'll put down some things like this. We'll put our iron there. We'll put our driver here. We'll put our wedge here. Rule book, ball marker, our ice. And let's go ahead and now get our ender pearls. So let's just come on over here. We'll get this. And we'll pick up our ender pearls. The way you do that is you rotate this item frame one time. And that will then distribute 56 pearls. Just like that. So there we go. We got 16, 16, and 8, which is 56 pearls in total. So there is that bit right there. And of course, we can upgrade this to 112 pearls, which we'll do once we upgrade the course to 18 holes. And that's just this second half right here. You see there's no pearls in here currently. But if I had pearls in there, it would drop 112 pearls all at once. So yeah, we now have everything we need to play. So yeah, that's all we need, and now we can take a look at the rulebook. So at this point, we're basically ready to go. We can also pick up a scorecard here. These are just basically blank books, written books. So you can put your score in there, like if you get a 5 on a hole, put down a 5. If you get an 8 on a hole, put down an 8. If you get a 9 on a hole, put down a 9, etc. And hopefully players will, not sign these and then, turn them in at the end. Or actually, maybe we should have them sign these. I don't know. Either way, yeah. Either way, we could have them, write down their score in here and keep score that way. And then maybe they do sign them at the end. Who knows? So, yeah, either way, those are the scorecards and a way to keep track of your score. Or you can just count manually, they're not really necessary. Anyways, at this point, we are ready to go. I'm just going to pick up the scorecard right there. And, yeah, then we begin our round. So now, guys, let's talk a little bit about the rules, because I've been thinking about the rules a lot, and I actually wrote this book, spent quite a lot of time writing this book. It's 42 pages long, but the rules are not that complex. They're pretty straightforward, so let's go ahead and go over the rules right now. Alright, so let's go ahead and go through this rule book. So we already got all of our equipment here. We've read the first couple of pages already. And so here we go, how to play. So I'm just going to walk you guys through this, both for myself, for you guys to understand the rules, and also for the other hermits to understand the rules. So let's start off here. So how to play. Begin on this golf course by standing between the tees, gems, in the 3x3 water source on the tee box, which is where we're at currently. This is the tee box. Put your ender pearls in your offhand and a trident in your main hand. Hold right click to charge your trident. Release right click to release the trident and propel yourself into the air. Quickly after releasing the trident, right-click again to launch the ender pearl. Every time you throw or toss an ender pearl counts as one shot. The objective of this sport is to make the least amount of shots to reach the hole. So effectively, you start off between these two gems, step into the 3x3 on the tee box. This is the tee box here. Then you put your ender pearl in your offhand, a trident in the main hand. You also don't necessarily have to use a trident. You could just throw it, but it'll go way shorter than if you use the trident. So you hold right click, charge the trident, release the trident, and then quickly hit right click again to throw the ender pearl. So I'm just going to go about right here. So we'll just quickly demonstrate how to do this. So there we go. And it turns out I landed on a tree. So there's actually a special rule later on for the tree, but just know for now you project yourself underneath the tree. So I'm thinking I'm probably about right here, so which is directly underneath where I landed on the tree. So if you land on a tree, project yourself downward underneath the tree. So this is where I'm at. So let's see what we do now. So if we go ahead and get back into the rules book. So that was one shot right there. Once the ender pearl from your first shot lands, the rules become somewhat more complex. The options you have available on your second shot, and all other shots, are determined by which block you land on. So in this case, I landed on a grass block. A sheep apparently ate the grass, which was here, but yeah, that's fine. So we landed on a dirt block. So blocks are categorized into 4 different categories. So first category is the fairway, which is lime and green terracotta, which you can see on the left-hand side over here. So we're just off the fairway here. If you land on the fairway, you may dig a 1x1 hole and fill that hole with water. Then using any of the tridents, throw your next ender pearl toward the hole. It's important to note that you do not have to throw the ender pearl using a trident. You can always just use your hand so to toss it, or press Q to toss it as well. So we're clearly not on the fairway. We were on a dirt block, but now we're on a grass block. So let's see if we can find what the action is. So here we go. 2, rough. So rough is defined as dirt, grass, stone and stone variants, and other terracotta besides lime green and green terracotta. So if you land in the rough, which we just did, you may dig a 1x1 hole and fill that hole with water. However, you may use only the iron and wedge tridents. You may not use the driver trident from the rough. You may still use the hand throw or toss of the pearl as always. So effectively what that means is if we wanted to, we can either throw the ender pearl normally, toss it with Q, so just basically do that, and advance that way. You can actually throw it a little bit of a ways that way if we wanted to. That could be useful if you're, like, for instance, right behind a tree or very close to the hole. Or we can dig down here, which is what I think I'm going to do. I could also just play out like this, like with a normal throw this way. That might also be a good play. But I'm going to dig down in the 1x1. I'm going to place down a ice block right here. And I can use now, I can't use the driver because I'm in the rough. I can use an iron or a wedge. So I'm going to use a wedge here. I'm going to play a very low shot over in this direction, I think. So I'll do something like that. There we go, on another tree. So I just project myself downward. And I think I am actually going to be ending up right here. So now every subsequent shot has basically the same rules here. I'm just going to get rid of some stuff here. And so let's see what that is. That is the scorecard again. Let's get the rules out. So yeah, we're in the rough again. So the same thing applies to this block I'm on right now, to this grass block. But just for fun, let's see what the other rules are. So the third type of block are hazard blocks. So that's sand, red sand, and water. So we have some sand over here. This is a bunker. It's a hazard. If you land in a hazard, you can dig down in a 1x1 hole and fill that with water as we just did. However, you may only use the wedge trident, throw, or toss on your shot. You may not use the driver or iron tridents. So on this, if I was in the bunker or in the water or on red sand, I couldn't use either of these 2 tridents. You could only throw it or use this wedge trident. So yeah, that's that. And if you land in water, you must take a 1-stroke penalty, which means just basically adding 1 to your score on that hole. And you can swim to the surface of water to play your next shot. So then we have the 4th type, which are greens and tees, which is green concrete powder. So if you land on the green or another tee box while playing, you can't dig a hole or use your trident to play your next shot. So on the greens and tees, you may only use ender pearl, hand throw, or toss. So you may not place water on the greens and tees. It says, please do not use water near the greens and tees as well because the powder is going to solidify and will need to be replaced. So with that in mind, those are the 4 types of blocks you can land on. Let's finish out this hole. So I can actually also place down a ball marker here, which I'm going to do. And then once that marker is down, I can come over here and sort of evaluate what I need to do here. So I think I want to end up probably about right here, or maybe even a little further up so I can have a clear shot into the hole right there. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So let's get back over here. And so, yeah, I'm just going to break this ball marker now. There we go. So now I play the shot from where the ball marker saved my spot. I'm going to play it right down to here. I'm in the fairway now, so I could dig down if I wanted to. Dig down and put the 1x1 hole and then use any driver, iron, or wedge. But I'm so close, I don't really need to do that. So I'm just going to go ahead and play my shot right here. I missed a flag. I'm doing pretty bad here. I'm on the rough now, right here. So I can throw it, or I can dig down and use the iron or the wedge. But I'm going to go ahead and throw it. So I'm going to see if I can make it here. Didn't quite make it. Just on the edge of this block right here. So now I'm just going to toss it in. And now the hole is complete. So yeah, that is that. And since I was on the green for that last shot, I couldn't actually dig down. Like, I can't break this block to put down water. So that is one difference between the green, this concrete powder, and other areas. But yeah, that is one hole complete there. So let's continue on in the rules here. So we've already seen the hazards. We've seen that stuff. So finishing the hole ends when the player or ender pearl tossed by the player is in contact with the iron blocks at the bottom of the hole. Typically, a sound will play when this is accomplished, which you just heard. And after this is completed, the player can then move freely to the next hole. So that is that. So this hole is now complete. I can now travel along this spruce path to the second hole. So we'll just run on up this thing. And now we're ready to start the next hole at this tee box. So yeah, that is that. Let's take a look. There are some additional rules that apply to the course. So let's take a look at what those are as well. So additional rules: do not wear an elytra while playing. Don't use any other method of propelling yourself forwards other than tridents and ender pearls, because, you know, you could use like TNT or shooting yourself with an arrow to do some shenanigans like that. So we made a rule against that. Next thing is, do not jump while you are playing a hole. You can jump whenever, you know, you place down your ball marker, like I did, to explore the hole. This sort of saves your spot on the course, so you can do that, but don't jump to throw the pearl. So because you can actually get extra distance that way. And it can make a difference, like it did down here. Like we were actually right here, so if we could jump here, that would make a difference. So try not to jump, because you can get sort of an angle and make a better score that way. Let's continue on and see what else we got for additional rules. Let's see. We got, do not jump. Only move via ender pearl teleportation when playing a hole. There are some exceptions, though. If you place down a ball marker, which is the banner, you may leave the area, assess how to play your shot, then return to the ball marker, break it, and play your next shot from there, as I demonstrated. And there's also another exception. If you throw your ender pearl outside of entity processing chunks, you can move forward to load it so the pearl can land. So that is also another exception. Another rule: if you land on a block that's not mentioned in this book so far, for instance, spruce wood, slime blocks, hay bales, snow, you can't break that block or use a trident from that block. You can only use ender pearl throws and tosses from those blocks. So let's say I landed on this spruce stair. I can't break the spruce stair and then use a trident. I can only throw it like this, or toss it with Q. So let's say I somehow like landed on this and then projected myself downward. I could use Q like that as well. So that is something right there. It's getting a little bit dark, so let me just sleep through the night and we'll continue to talk about some of the rules. Alright, continuing on with some of the rules here. If you land on top of a tree, project yourself downwards, maintaining your X and Z coordinates, and place yourself under the tree. Don't break the tree or the leaves to do this. If you can't reach the spot right under the leaves you landed on, pick the closest available block no closer to the hole. So that's sort of what I did with the tree. So if you land on a tree, essentially, like let's say I landed right here. So I want to just basically come out, and then I come in 2 blocks right here. So I'm sort of in big trouble here, essentially. But that's sort of what I mean by projecting yourself downward. So wherever you land on top of the leaves, project yourself downward to the block on the ground below it. So that is that. Alright, next rule is when you dig 1x1 holes on the course, you do not need to replace the hole. Instead, place the blocks you dig on each hole into the chest at the start of the next hole. This helps to keep our golf course pristine. So in our case, we actually dug out this dirt block. We only had to dig down 1 time in this first hole. So I just put this dirt block right in here in the chest at the start of the second hole. And so, yeah, that basically applies to every hole you play on. Just put the blocks you get from the previous hole into the chest at the start of the next hole. Next rule is after finishing the round, return all tridents, rulebooks, ball markers, scorecards, and any leftover pearls/ice to the first tee. There are portals with ice boat roads through the nether to facilitate travel to the first tee and other holes. So that just basically means, you know, return all the tridents, return the ball marker, return your scorecard, etc. To the first tee. Next rule, prizes for things like a hole-in-one are sometimes offered. Prizes will only be awarded if there is video evidence of such a feat. So you have to have it recorded on stream or on video to get the prize, but I'm thinking about offering prizes for holes in one on certain holes. So that might be something we do in the future, so I just wanted to put that rule in there. The next rule is sort of a tournament rule only. You can't use F3 for aligning your shots, throws, or tosses, but you can use it for regular play. So basically, I don't want people, hitting F3, getting the exact coordinates, the exact angle, 53.1 degrees, right there. Can I get it? I can't even get it. 53.2 degrees, 71.4 degrees, and then, they make the shot every single time. Like, I didn't want that for the tournaments, at least. But you can use it as like a tool to help you improve on the course, to get like a general feel where to aim. But for tournaments, if you're in a tournament, can't use F3. So, let's see what else we got. We're almost done here, guys. If you glitch into the flagpole, you may drop down to the nearest block, but not into the hole. Note that this doesn't apply to the flag itself, which is considered part of the course. So, yeah, that is that. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, contact me. Rules are subject to change. Final rulings are made by me. So essentially what that means is if you somehow glitch into the flag, like it's kind of hard to do. Yeah, like this. Yeah, you basically end up right here beside the flag. Like you don't just drop in. Although you can sometimes like get into the flag like this. So if I was like this and my player was actually touching like on the block, the iron block, that counts as in the hole. So I just didn't want it to be like, you aim for the flag up here and then this is in the hole. So this is not in the hole. This is right here. And then you just toss it in for the next shot. So that's just sort of a subtle nuance. If you're on top of the flag though, then that is in play. So that is like you have to shoot from there, essentially. So yeah, if you're on top of the flag, it's just like you're on top of any other special block like the spruce stairs. So you have to just throw it or toss it. So that is that. I think that's all the rules actually. That should cover pretty much everything. Let's just see. Yeah, that's it. So then we have some tips. So I have, some info about, how depending on the trident used, the angle you throw it at, the timing of the throw, you can throw at various distances. The next page has approximate distances that you can throw the pearl. And you'll need to practice to improve. So here are the distances that I have provided to players. So this just shows you on average how far it goes and the range of different distances that you can throw the pearl. So that's a very useful thing that players will need to know. And then there's also the hand throw and the hand tossed distances, I guess. So that's that. We have some tips as well for players. So aim for the fairway. It's a lot easier than being in the rough, which we saw in this hole. Then we have aiming shorter is generally better than longer, because you don't want to get into too much trouble. You may want to fly with the elytra over the hole first before playing it, but you can't actually wear the elytra on the course, even though I did in this instance. Yeah, some other tips. The quicker you throw the ender pearl after the trident releases, the further the ender pearl will go. You can toss it into the hole if you're very close to it. Banners. Banners are visible from 64 blocks away, so by looking at the banner number on the flag, you can tell if you're within 64 blocks of the hole. So that's pretty useful to determine how far away you are. So if I get out here, you'll see at a certain point this banner will disappear. So you'll no longer be able to see the one on the flag stick. So right here, I know I'm about 64 blocks away because the banner goes out of render distance. So that'll help players determine if they need to use like a wedge or just throw it. So that's pretty useful to know. Let's see, some other tips. Let's see if I can get back to where I was. Yeah, some fairways are split, with one side being easier than another, and yeah, just use the maps at the start to determine how to play the hole. There's also a special rule set I developed called Challenge Mode. So Challenge Mode is a set of extreme rules only for the best players. The rules of Challenge Mode are the same as the previous rules, except you can only use tridents in the fairway. Everywhere else, you must hand throw or toss your pearls. This game mode is only for experienced players. This is sort of like a super tough mode. So when players get really good, they can still have sort of a challenge to make it more difficult, basically. So that is sort of a special game mode that I thought of. Tournaments will be hosted from time to time on this course. Tournaments will take place over several days to allow everybody to participate. Stay tuned for prizes and announcements on tournaments soon. If you made it this far, congrats. You're now ready to take on the world. Good luck, have fun, and may the golfing gods be ever in your favor. So that is the entirety of the rules here, guys. Yeah, I think it's a pretty good set of rules. It sort of punishes players for, missing the fairway, while at the same time not, making it too terribly difficult, like if you can own, like the challenge mode is. The challenge mode is actually very, very hard because you can't travel anywhere near as far from the rough and from the hazards. So I think it's going to be a good thing. I think it's going to be really, really fun. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this, to playing this thing. I think the next episode, guys, will be us just simply playing the course through, all the way through one time. I actually haven't done that yet. I've just played individual holes one by one, essentially, as I was building it. So it'll be fun to play through the entire thing. And, of course, now that we're done here, we're going to go ahead and put all of this stuff back into the chest right here. So we'll just pop these back in here and then put the ball marker back in there. So there we go. We'll also return our scorecard right here. And there we go. We also want to put back any pearls we got. I should probably make like a pearl chest. Maybe like right here, like pearl return chest right here. And maybe an ice return chest over like here somewhere. That'd be pretty cool. Anyways, guys, this thing is now totally completed. The course is now going to be open. I'm going to play one round through, and then we're going to open the course at the end of that round. So with that, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this episode. This has been a very long time in the making. A lot of work went into this episode, and the last episode as well. Actually had to split it into 2 episodes because it was so much work. But guys, please leave a like if you enjoyed. Be sure to subscribe for more videos like this. And next time, guys, we are playing the golf course. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been Cub. Goodbye.